It was just, there was no point. And so as time went on, it got to the point where it was obvious he wasn't making an effort to learn.
What's your weak spot? You know, what's going to prevent you from getting the nomination? What's going to prevent you from winning against Hillary, who's going to be the likely Democratic nominee? And that's where I was going with him. But, you know, all those guys they kind of got it right in the kisser.
No, you're not going to hire them unless they're qualified, right? So the DEI doesn't mean hiring less qualified people. It just means finding people that
are more diverse.
Yeah, they happen to be diverse, right? You're looking at other people.
Yes.
Probably the seventh GOP debate was last week.
Yep.
Back on Fox, and they announced that you're moderating, one of the moderators again, and Donald Trump goes, I'm out. And you go, wait, what? And he goes, yeah, I'm out of this. If Megyn Kelly's involved, I don't know.
Hey folks, ever wonder what happens when a billionaire and a former president walk into a Twitter bar? Well, Mark Cuban just served Trump a reality cocktail. And let's just say it wasn't Diet Coke. Seems like Cuban's tweet about Trump's wacky tariff ideas hit harder than a fact check at a MAGA rally. Trump's response, calling Cuban overrated. Really, Donnie? That's weaker than your spray tan in a rainstorm. Before we move on, I'd like to ask you a small favor. If you appreciate this content, please take a second to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Over 98% of you watch the videos without subscribing. It costs you nothing, but it makes a huge difference to us. So, did you click the subscribe button? Great. Thank you so much. Now, back to the video. Well, folks, it looks like Mark Cuban just served up a steaming plate of reality to our favorite orange-tinted former president. And let me tell you, it's spicier than Trump's tanning spray.
The nice about Donald Trump, you know, he'll love you no matter what. So when he first started to run, I didn't really take it all that seriously, but I came out and I said it was refreshing to have a candidate that was candid, wasn't scripted, said what was on their mind, and wasn't traditional.
Well, so Donald Trump did not feel the same.
Yeah, no, he did not. No, he did not agree with that.
So it changed a little.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, I can no longer go on Twitter.
You don't think Donald Trump is a threat? You don't think this is the most important election? I do. I just don't. I've known him for 25 years. I don't trust him, right? I don't think he's moral. I don't think he's ethical. I've seen him rip people off. I don't believe.
And so during the primaries, I supported him against Ted Cruz. And I would talk to him all the time, and he would call me up and he'd say, have you seen the polls and this and that?
Cuban's not pulling any punches here. He's calling out Trump's tariff plan like it's a bad toupee. Obvious and embarrassing. Apparently, our ex-commander-in-chief thinks China's footing the bill for these tariffs. Newsflash, Donnie, that's not how it works. Cuban's tweet is spreading faster than Trump's waistline at a McDonald's all-you-can-eat buffet. He's pointing out that Trump's understanding of tariffs is about as solid as his hair in a windstorm. This man has so little understanding of tariffs, he thinks that China pays for them. Cuban said, ouch. That's gotta sting more than a spray tan gone wrong. But here's the kicker. While Trump's busy playing economic whack-a-mole, it's the average Joe and Jane who'll be feeling the pinch. Picture this. Christmas shoppers staring at price tags higher than Trump's ego, all thanks to these tariffs. Talk about the Grinch who stole affordability. And it's not just about pricier presents under the tree. These tariffs could hit us harder than Trump's golf ball hits the water hazard. We're talking about everyday items suddenly costing an arm and a leg. Maybe Trump thinks we can all just get small million-dollar loans from our dads to cover the difference. But wait, there's more. The experts are chiming in, and they're not exactly giving Trump's plan a standing ovation. They're warning that these sky-high tariffs could lead to a trade war messier than Trump's Twitter feed. China might hit back with their own tariffs, and before you know it, we're in an economic food fight where nobody wins. Meanwhile, social media is having a field day with Cuban's takedown. Memes are popping up faster than Trump's excuses after a bad debate performance.
And from time to time, as he started talking about things, I was like, Donald, I mean, I can't support you on these issues. Some of the stuff is just batshit crazy.
It can get harsh on the Twitter, the social media.
Yeah, I mean, it's been sort of a surreal 6 months because, you know, we never anticipated that anybody would react to the questions in that particular way.
DEI, I like it. I think it's good for business, right? You know, I think a lot of people try to misrepresent what it is, but to me, diversity means, you know, good business. Go look for people where other people aren't looking.
But I don't want Ted Cruz to win. And he was like, oh, that's okay, Mark, that's okay. We'll see what happens. And I honestly didn't think he believed he would win. I remember it was about this time last year when the whole topic of encryption came up with Apple and the FBI.
People are sharing Cuban's critique like it's the last slice of pizza at a party. It seems folks are hungry for some economic real talk, and Cuban's serving it up hot and fresh. Uh-oh, folks. Looks like someone's been messing with Grumpy Trumpy's Twitter machine again. Our favorite orange-tinted former president just couldn't resist taking the bait after Mark Cuban's epic roast. And boy, did he take it hook, line, and sinker. Trump's initial response? He called Cuban overrated. Yep, that's it. Talk about a weak comeback. It's like bringing a plastic spoon to a tank battle. But wait, there's more. Donnie Diapers couldn't stop there. He just had to remind everyone about his glory days on The Apprentice. The Apprentice was a tremendous success, and I had the highest ratings, he tweeted, because nothing says I'm a serious politician like bragging about your reality TV gig, right? Late night comedians were practically salivating at this point. Seth Meyers and Jimmy Kimmel smelled blood in the water, and they went for the jugular. They had a field day with Trump's meltdown, cracking jokes faster than you can say "kofef." It was like watching a comedy roast, but the guest of honor was too busy tweeting to notice he was the punchline. Political analysts weren't far behind, gleefully pointing out how Trump's reaction only proved Cuban's point about his thin skin. One observer even compared Trump's temperament to a toddler denied ice cream for breakfast. Ouch! That's gotta hurt more than a bad spray tan. Meanwhile, social media was having a blast. Memes were popping up faster than Trump's excuses after a bad debate performance. People were sharing screenshots of Trump's tweets like they were the last slice of pizza at a party. It seems folks were hungry for some political comedy, and Trump was serving it up hot and fresh.
It was just, there was no point. And so as time went on, it got to the point where it was obvious he wasn't making an effort to learn.
What's your weak spot? What's going to prevent you from getting the nomination? What's going to prevent you from winning against Hillary, who's going to be the likely Democratic nominee? And that's where I was going with him. But, all those guys they kind of got it right in the kisser.
No, you're not going to hire them unless they're qualified, right? So the DEI doesn't mean hiring less qualified people. It just means finding people that
are more diverse.
Yeah, they happen to be diverse, right? You're looking at other people.
Yes.
Probably the seventh GOP debate was
Yep.
last week.
Yep.
Back on Fox, and they announced that you're moderating, one of the moderators again, and Donald Trump goes, "I'm out," and you go, "Wait, what?" And he goes, "Yeah, I'm out of this. If Megyn Kelly's involved, I don't know."
But wait, there's more. Trump's team tried to do some damage control. Kellyanne Conway and Sean Spicer were working overtime, spinning more tales than a drunk uncle at Thanksgiving dinner. But their efforts were about as effective as using a Band-Aid to fix the Titanic. People weren't buying it, and the excuses just made Trump look even worse. And let's not forget about the tweets themselves. Holy cuffy, Batman. The spelling errors were so bad, it looked like a drunk monkey had gotten hold of Trump's phone. One commentator said it was like watching your grandpa try to use Twitter after a few too many glasses of prune juice. Alright folks, let's wrap this up with a zinger that'll make even Trump's hair stand on end. Mark Cuban's not just dropping bombs, he's dropping truth bombs, and they're hitting harder than Trump's failed business ventures. Speaking of which, did you hear about Trump University's new course? It's called Tariffs for Tots. Perfect for those who want to learn economics at a Trump level. But seriously, this whole tariff tangle shows why we need to be savvy about economics. A whopping 63% of voters think understanding this stuff is crucial for making smart choices at the ballot box. So next time a politician starts spouting nonsense about China paying for tariffs, don't just roll your eyes. Fact check that malarkey faster than Trump can tweet "kofef." Remember folks, in the world of politics, knowledge is power, and in Trump's case, ignorance is just, well, Trump. Stay informed, stay skeptical, and for Pete's sake, don't fall for any more Trump University scams.